Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about 45 phrases and words in American, and I underline here American English, so that you learn them, you train them, and you sound more American. So if you're interested, please continue watching this video. In this video, I'm going to concentrate on words and phrases that are going to help you replace the words that you use every day, like awesome, good. And we're going to talk about words that Americans use and that you can use to diversify your speech. And also we're going to use phrases from different TV shows and like everything you can hear on the TV. So let's start. The first phrase, you just open this video and you do not understand what's going on and what is this girl is talking about, and you can ask, what the heck is going on? So the original phrase, again, we're talking about slang, we're talking about informal language. So do not use these words when you write a personal statement or a letter to your investor. No, never. So what the heck is going on is the question you're gonna ask when you do not know what's going on in this place.
What the heck is going on?
Phrase number 2, and I've recently heard it from my friend. So we were sitting and eating a burger and he's like, when are we gonna rub elbows the next time? What? To rub elbows is to meet somebody and hang out with them. If you want to see your friends, you can call them and say, hey, let's go and rub elbows. Which is literally like rubbing elbows. When you're rubbing it with another person, means you're really close to each other, so you're spending time together. When you meet a girl or a blogger who's really good looking, you can say drop dead gorgeous. Instead of saying very beautiful, very nice, good looking, if you want to sound more American, you'd say drop dead gorgeous. When you say something in a conversation, but you don't want people to attribute this phrase to you, you can say, let's keep this off the record. Or when you're just about to say this phrase, you're like, off the record, I also do this, this, and that. So maybe you don't want people to know that you're doing something extra. You say it off the record so that it stays just between you and the people you're talking to.
No, off the record. Do you think you got a chance? Off the record?
Phrase that I personally use a lot is don't quote me on that. I use it when I talk about immigration stuff or visas. So officially, because I'm not an immigration lawyer, when you guys ask me about, getting a green card or getting a work visa in the United States, I can only say what happened to my friends and me because I am not a professional here. I always say something and I also add, don't quote me on that. Just because I got a visa, it doesn't mean that everybody can get it this way because there is law and you should listen to the law. So you can say the phrase, don't quote me on that. Another phrase or something that you can see when you're driving around America is kiss and fly. And yesterday I flew from Los Angeles to San Francisco, and when I arrived in San Francisco, I saw a sign saying kiss and fly, and I'm like, come on, kiss and fly. Literally, this means that there is a train going from San Francisco airport to the nearest city, to the nearest town, and you can drop your car there and then you don't have to pay the parking fees at the airport. So you just go on the train and you kiss and fly. So the train takes you to the airport, you kiss the airport and you fly. This is a funny phrase, I really like it. When you're reading an article, the article blames something on somebody and you don't think that's true, you can say the article insinuates that, and then you tell about the content. Instead of saying the article said, the article claimed that, you can say the article insinuated that. So basically, to insinuate means to suggest something bad in an unpleasant way or in a shady way. The word jonesing, I've literally just learned what it means half an hour ago. I've heard it so many times. I'm like, I love doing these videos because I learned so much from these videos. So jonesing, to want something badly. I'm jonesing for a coffee, which means I really, really want a coffee. And by the way, here is my coffee and I'll make a sip.
Was you jonesing for something?
When you are just about to finish something or just about to call somebody and they're asking, so when are you gonna call me? You can answer in no time, which means really soon. I'm gonna call you in no time. I'm gonna finish in no time. In no time. Uptight. That's the word that you use when you are an opposite of relaxed. For example, you come to a business meeting and you don't know what to say and you're really reserved, you are uptight. I would always imagine something when I'm talking about the word. So for me, tight means like stiff and you're all in one straight line. So you're uptight, you're sitting straight, and you are not relaxed at all. Uptight. To pig out. Again, that's really informal. Pig out, eat so much that you cannot move and you're feeling sick. That was me yesterday. When we came from LA, I was so hungry, I was pigging out. We ordered some Thai food and pigged out. By the way, guys, if you are not only interested in sounding like an American in terms of using American words, but you also like to sound American in terms of pronunciation, I would really recommend a couple of videos that I'm gonna leave links to below. I also wanted to recommend Mastering the American Accent. My friend Vena gave it to me as a present, but the coolest thing about this book is that not only it has like good examples of how you can use this or that sound, it also shows you how to pronounce it. From time to time, it's gonna have pictures of your mouth and what's in your throat, so you can try and feel how to pronounce something. Highly recommend it if you're working on your American accent. Mastering the American Accent by Lisa Mohsin, I don't know. Second edition by Barron's. I'll leave a link below. Pass the buck. When you don't want to do something, you just pass the buck to somebody else, which means you transfer responsibility, transfer something onto somebody. Pass the buck.
Pass the buck, man.
Hyped. Hyped means being excited. Again, you are replacing a word that you probably used 200 times, 300 times. Excited. You replace it with hyped. You know the word hype when something is really popular right now, but hyped is an adjective when you're super excited about something happening. Now, when you need to really start studying, you can say, I need to hit the books. It doesn't mean like literally hitting the books, no. No, like hitting the books, no. But hit the books is an idiom and it means to start studying. Now you're visualizing it and I think that's really helpful, like hit the book. Start studying. When you don't want somebody to hurry, when you want somebody to act without any rush, you can say take your time. Which again, literally, if you translate it word to words like taking time, what does that mean? But taking your time actually means acting slowly, acting in a very relaxed manner. So I'm taking my time, I am enjoying this Saturday.
No rush.
Another great phrase is to go cold turkey. This is not a phrase that you would hear every day. These are phrases that you won't hear every day, but I feel it's really, really important to know them. Again, when I was sitting with my friend and he said rub the elbows, I'm like, what? I don't want this to happen to you. I want you to sit with your friends and when they use an idiom, you're like, oh, Marina said that in one of her videos. I remember what that means and I understand what they're talking about. It doesn't mean that I'm telling you a word and you immediately like using it in the classroom because this is a word that is used in real life. The next time you hear it, you're gonna remember that you've already heard it. And then 3 times you hear it, you remember it, you use it. To go cold turkey is the phrase that I wanted to share with you. And to go cold turkey means to suddenly quit something that's bad for your health or dangerous. For example, to quit drinking alcohol, which I've done back in 2015. It's been 3 years without drinking alcohol at all. And yes, I just quit alcohol. I went cold turkey. There wasn't any transition period. I just told myself, hey, Marina, starting January 1st, 2016, you're not drinking any alcohol. And that was it. I went cold turkey. Now I'm gonna give you some phrases that are gonna help you offend people. The phrases that I'm gonna tell you right now are coming from The Suits, and you know The Suits is a TV show where people offend each other a lot, but I feel that you have to know them because again, Americans use them, so let's go. The first word is wuss, and yes, I took it from one of the episodes. You can tell somebody don't be a wuss or stop being a wuss, and if you translate it, that's the same as stop being a pussy. And wuss is a person who is physically or mentally weak. And the synonym is pussy. So we're learning a lot of bad words today. You can also call somebody, I don't advise on that, but you can do that. You can call somebody a pushover, and pushover is a person who's easily controlled by somebody else. So in the TV show that I took this phrase from, there was this girl who was working for one company and then somebody called her from another company and she just ran away to this new company. So she's a pushover, she's really easily controlled. When somebody's doing nothing in an office, they're just swanning around the office. And it comes from a word swan, which is a bird. And you can see these birds swanning around the lake, so they're just going back and forth with no particular purpose. This verb is actually coming from this noun. So when somebody's doing nothing, you can say, hey, stop swanning around, do something that matters, learn English. When you are irritated by a person who is constantly trying to show how great he is, or maybe trying to show that he's wearing fancy clothes, you can call him a show-off, and show-off is a person who boasts all the time. Show off. When somebody lies a lot, you tell people don't trust him, you can say don't trust him, he's full of crap, which means he lies all the time, he doesn't check the facts, he just, tells things that don't really make sense. So he's full of crap.
So you're full of crap.
3 more phrases and then we're done with offending others. Like understanding how people offend each other. But I feel these 2 words are pretty important because, you hear them all the time. Douche and douchebag. Douche is a tool that you actually use in the toilet. But when somebody's like brainless and acts in a stupid manner, you can call him a douche. Again, douchebag is pretty similar when somebody just acts in a way that he's only respecting himself, not respecting others, has no understanding of social rules, and this is a douchebag. And the last one for today, not the last phrase though, is total rat. When something happened or somebody's done something that makes you shake your head or do a face palm, you can call him or the situation train rat. Now let's go to less offensive words. Let's talk about friendship. And when you have a friend and when he's your best friend, you can call him bestie or her bestie. I think girls normally use this word, so bestie is a best friend.
And be my bestie.
When you clean your apartment and you want to say that it's super clean, instead of saying super because super is the word you use all the time, you can say squeaky clean. This makes you sound a lot cooler. Sometimes you can also, when somebody looks really good, you can say, oh wow, you look so fresh and so clean. That's from the song. And squeaky clean again means really cool. So an apartment is squeaky clean, which means it's really, really clean. When you want to emphasize that the person is extremely talented and is bringing a lot of value, you can call this person a hotshot, which means that he's a really valuable person and has a lot of talent. Hotshot. When you have an important meeting or you have your English language exam, you tell your parents, I'll bring my A game, which means I'm gonna act in the best manner possible. I'm gonna be my best self. I'll bring my A game. When you go to the main street of your city and there are very expensive shops like Louis Vuitton or Dior or Gucci, and you walk in and you see a t-shirt that costs $600, you can say that's a ripoff. This is extremely, insanely overpriced. This is a ripoff. Isn't that weird that a t-shirt costs $600? So that's a ripoff 100%. When a person changes his mind all the time and when you cannot trust them because they can do something really unexpected, you can call this person a loose cannon. But you wouldn't call them that just during the conversation. You would probably do that when you're talking to another person and you're like, I don't trust him, he's such a loose cannon, which means that yes, he can do something unexpected. I wouldn't just leave him alone, I would watch him. Another way to say amazing, and remember, we're working on a lot of phrases that are gonna diversify your speech, is wicked. Oh my god, this is a wicked sweater, I love it, which means it's a really amazing sweater. By the way guys, if you are writing an important letter, if you're writing an important email or getting ready for an important meeting and writing down your speech, you need to be sure that you're using the words in the right context, that you use the right word order, that you write the words in the right way. You can use Fluent.Express. This is a platform where you upload your text in English and then native English speakers who are professional teachers, professional correctors, gonna correct your text, make it American, I would say, so that a person who you're writing to would not guess whether you're foreign or international. It's super important if you are applying for university admissions, if you are submitting application to an accelerator here in the States, or doing like really high level things. But also when you're just posting on Instagram, you don't want to make mistakes. So Fluent Express, instant, it's gonna take like 5 or 10 minutes. So it's instant correction of your text from broken English into English. The link will be below. Another way to say yes, of course, you can say you bet. For example, somebody's asking, do you enjoy living in San Francisco? I would answer, you bet. Oh my God, San Francisco is such an amazing city. I do not know how you cannot enjoy living here.
You bet.
Sometimes people tell me, Marina, you know, it's so important to learn English. The best answer for me would be, not of course. The best answer would be, you're telling me that? And it means like, come on, of course I know that. That has changed my whole life. Learning a foreign language, learning English has changed my whole life. So when you tell me that English is important, I can answer, you're telling me that? Of course I know, of course. So instead of saying of course, I'm saying a phrase that makes me sound more American. When I was in LA, I suggested my friend to go and see a new movie. He replied, I don't want to see it, it's a chick flick. And I'm like, what does that mean? Chick flick is a movie that is made for girls who love happy ending, who like to be funny and smiling, and so it's a comedy, like standard comedy. So something made especially for girls that wear pink stuff, whatever, you can call chick flick.
No.
Chick flick.
Instead of saying a lot of, you can say a bunch of. And this is super American. I've got a bunch of friends who live in LA. Instead of saying I've got a lot of friends who live in LA. To hit the spot means to be exactly what is required. So for example, imagine I was sitting here and somebody comes in and says, Marina, here's your coffee. And I'm like, you hit the spot. This is exactly what I need, a cup of coffee. Heads up is another phrase that Americans use a lot. For example, my banker told me yesterday, Marina, the next time you send a wire, please give me a heads up so I could make sure that something is correct, blah, blah, blah. So heads up means warn somebody in advance. When I made a mistake, for example, in my wire instructions, I made a mistake and I call my bank and say, I'm sorry, it's my bad, I put in the wrong number. So my bad is my mistake, I am sorry. It's my bad. Another idiom that I used a couple of weeks ago is play by ear. You can say play by ear when you're talking to somebody and you cannot agree on time when you're gonna meet. You just tell them, hey, so we're gonna meet tomorrow, but let's play by ear. Let's rely on the circumstances that we're gonna have tomorrow, and then we're gonna decide what time we're gonna meet. Play by ear. Quality time. To spend quality time with somebody means spending time without distracting yourself with phone or computer. So you sit down with your friend, you spend quality time with them, for example, playing games or just talking and not staring in your iPhone or scrolling through Instagram feed. To spend quality time with somebody. Another way to say excellent is top-notch. So for example, if you like this video, you can say, Marina, this is a top-notch video, which means this is an excellent video. My advice to you, if you like the phrase, practice it right now. Write a comment below and say, hey Marina, it was a top-notch video. Or if you didn't like it, please comment below and tell me what can be improved in this video. This is really helpful. When you give me feedback, I can learn from it and I can improve my videos for you. Hey guys, if you noticed, my video completely stopped. Somehow my camera just died and I only noticed that in the morning, as you can tell. But there are 4 more phrases that I wanted you to learn, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's do it, Marina. Another phrase, zero tolerance. Zero tolerance is a phrase that you use when you would not tolerate something. So for example, I would not tolerate my camera to stop recording, so I have zero tolerance to my camera stopping recording. This is really a weird thing, so what I do, I just record once again with another camera. There is no such thing as free lunch. A lot of Americans use it because it describes that everything is paid for. Sometimes it's not paid for by you, it's paid for by somebody else. For example, you're watching this video for free, but I get some money from YouTube because they're showing ads to you. So there is no such thing as free lunch. Somebody's already paying for everything. I'm just gonna say goodbye to you, but in a different manner. You can say, I gotta go. So for example, sorry guys, I gotta go. I gotta have my breakfast and then upload this video for you. Instead of saying goodbye, you can just say, take it easy. So have a great day, take it easy. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video up to the very end. There is a subscribe button below. If you like my content, do not forget to subscribe. And if you enjoyed watching this video, waiting for your likes, because this is the only way for me to tell whether you enjoyed the content or not. And I will see you soon in the next videos. Bye!